What if I told you that the person holding you back from your dreams isn't your competition, your boss, or even your circumstances? What if your biggest enemy is your obsession with everyone else's highlight reel? Riley is a 24-year-old social media prisoner. She is scrolling endlessly through Instagram, comparing herself to influencers, college friends' success stories. Riley was drowning in other people's achievements. Every scroll was a reminder of what she wasn't, where she hadn't been, what she hadn't accomplished. How many dreams have you abandoned because you convinced yourself you were already too far behind? Jamie, on the other hand, is a 25-year-old silent grinder. She's working quietly on her craft, learning new skills, celebrating small wins privately. While Riley was measuring her worth against strangers on the internet, Jamie was measuring herself against who she was yesterday. What if the secret to success isn't beating others, but becoming unstoppable yourself? Riley, paralyzed by comparison, procrastinating, making excuses, dreams getting smaller. Ancient wisdom teaches, comparison robs you from your true happiness. But Riley was learning it could steal much more than that. It could steal your entire future. What happens when you spend more time watching other people's lives than building your own? Jamie, tracking her own progress, celebrating 1% improvements, building skills brick by brick. She understood what the wise ones knew. The path is made by walking, not by watching others run. What if your only job is to be better than you were last month, last week, yesterday? Riley reached her breaking point after she sees an old classmate's promotion announcement, spirals into depression, considers giving up her dreams entirely. She had become a spectator in her own life, cheering for everyone else while her own potential withered on the bench. When did you start believing that someone else's success meant there was no room for yours? Jamie recently experienced a test of faith as she faces setback, tempted to compare herself to others who seem to have it easier. Even the strongest oak feels the wind. The question isn't whether doubt will come, it's whether you'll let it uproot your progress. In your darkest moment, will you abandon your journey or remember how far you've already come? Riley finally is able to see herself in the mirror, and she realizes that she's wasted months consuming others' content instead of creating her own life. The prison she thought the world had built for her, she had constructed herself, one comparison at a time. What if freedom isn't about escaping your circumstances, but escaping your obsession with everyone else's? Jamie, on the other, had achieved a major breakthrough through a personal milestone that she achieves. She realizes her consistent self-focus has compounded into real progress. While others were busy comparing, she was busy becoming. The gap between who she was and who she was becoming had become her greatest source of strength. What becomes possible when you redirect all the energy you spend on comparison into creation? Riley decided to delete the unhelpful social media apps, starts tracking her own progress, focuses on personal growth. The moment she stopped keeping score with the world was the moment her real game began. What if the competition you've been losing doesn't even exist? Riley and Jamie are strangers, yet both working on themselves in the same coffee shop. Focused, purposeful, content. Two different journeys, same destination. The realization that the only race worth running is against your former self. What if everyone who's winning at life discovered this same secret? Many people throughout history achieved greatness by focusing inward. The sages taught, when you compare yourself to others, you diminish your own light. But when you compete with yourself, you illuminate the path for others to follow. Both Riley and Jamie thriving in their respective fields, not because they beat others, but because they consistently beat yesterday's version of themselves. I don't care who is doing better than me. I am doing better than I was last year. It's me versus me. Riley and Jamie looking content and peaceful, transformed and authentic. Right now, stop scrolling, stop comparing. Ask yourself, am I better than I was last month? That's the only question that matters. That's the only competition that counts. Our goal should be to have people worldwide tracking their own progress, celebrating personal wins, building lives of purpose. Your journey is sacred. Your progress is precious. Your growth is yours alone. When you honor that truth, you become unstoppable. Today, make a promise to yourself. For the next 30 days, track only your own progress. Celebrate only your own growth. Compare yourself only to who you were yesterday. If this message awakens something in you, share it with someone who's lost in the comparison trap. Let's build a community where everyone races against their former self. Like if you're ready to win the only competition that matters, subscribe to join our community of personal growth champions. And remember, it's you versus you, and that's a race you can always win.